On the eve of the Italian Grand Prix, Formula One paid its respects to the thousands who died in New York on September the 11th. Among other tributes, Ferrari decided to race without sponsorship. Alex Yoong becomes Malaysia's first F1 driver by taking Tarso Marquez's seat at Minardi, while Thomas Enger achieves that distinction for the Czech Republic. He subs for the injured Luciano Berti at Prost. Montoya took his third pole of the season ahead of the Ferraris, with Barrichello in front of Schumacher for the first time in 2001. Monza's first chicane caused plenty of headaches last year, so the teams braced themselves for the worst. Montoya gets away well, as do the Ferraris. 20 of the 22 cars jockey for position as Heidfeld and Fisichella start from the pit lane. Villeneuve might as well have done. As expected, mayhem ensues. Häkkinen misses the chicane completely, while Button uses Trulli as a brake, putting the Jordan out of commission. Montoya locks his left front wheel in an effort to stay in front of Barrichello. Ralf Schumacher has dropped his brother to fourth, but the world champion fights back. He has a light fuel load, the inside line, and third place. Michael now focuses on showing Barrichello who's boss. The front runners accelerate towards the Parabolica. Further back, the best battle on the track is between Raikkonen and Verstappen. The Sauber pulls out of the Arrow slipstream, brakes that little bit later, a bit too late, and the Dutchman takes full advantage. Ralf Schumacher's losing touch with the leading trio as Coulthard closes. Pedro de la Rosa holds down an impressive sixth for Jaguar. His teammate is fading fast as Raikkonen demotes him to ninth. More Renault engine woes for Button, who was running last after his collision with Trulli, while fifth-place Coulthard's Mercedes V10 also signals its demise in spectacular fashion. Barrichello's efforts are just as dramatic. Ross Brawn looks on with quiet satisfaction as his number 2 takes the lead. Tifosi favourite John Alesi has fifth-place Verstappen in his sights, but his lack of brakes at the first chicane could get him in trouble with the stewards. Montoya's second place is under threat from Michael Schumacher. He closes right up to the Williams at the chicane, forcing Montoya into a questionable manoeuvre to stay ahead. Häkkinen has almost fought his way back into the top 10. Bernoldi's Arrows is the last obstacle in his way. The Finn uses his horsepower advantage to make easy work of the Brazilian. The Jaguar R2 has been far from trouble-free. Eddie Irvine retires for the 10th time this season, thanks to a misfire and an oil leak. While an experienced hand goes out, rookie Alex Yoong finds his limits. Michael Schumacher comes in for his first of 2 stops. Team principal Jean Todt seems satisfied with his pit crew's work as Montoya moves up to second. Will his one-stop strategy count against him in the later stages? It's definitely helping him at the moment as he assumes the lead, courtesy of Barrichello's fuel rig mix-up during his first stop. On the eve of the race, Mika Häkkinen announced that he will be taking a sabbatical from Formula One. Transmission failure will only reinforce his decision. Poor reliability has dogged this year's McLaren Mercedes. That's their 11th retirement of the season. Montoya has also been plagued by ill fortune, but he has the talent, the machinery, and the opportunity to win the Italian Grand Prix. Verstappen's race showed plenty of early promise, but ends disappointingly due to an engine problem. Montoya comes in for his sole stop and takes on a pair of used front tyres. His front wing is adjusted to prevent excessive wear on the Michelins. The Colombian drops to third and his teammate takes the lead, but Ralf has yet to come in. Williams team manager Dickie Stanford keeps a watchful eye on proceedings as Ralf Schumacher comes in for his sole stop and receives the same treatment as Montoya. Ralf drops to fourth and Barrichello assumes the lead, but he has yet to make his second stop. Michael Schumacher comes in for the second time. This has been a strangely low-key race for the German, who drops to fourth. The Ferrari mechanic's focus shifts to Barrichello, who is about to make his final stop. This should ensure the win for Montoya, but he has had victory snatched from his grasp already this season. Barrichello is now third, but Ralf's brake and tyre problems give the Brazilian the chance to try some slipstreaming. They're side by side going into the chicane. Barrichello gets his nose in front, but Ralf hasn't given up yet. He brakes very late, cuts the corner and wisely lets Barrichello back through. It's doubtful whether the officials would have let him keep that position. Barrichello's pit board indicates that Montoya has a relatively small lead, but it's enough to give him his first Grand Prix victory. The Brazilian finishes ahead of Ralf and Michael Schumacher, while Pedro de la Rosa earns 2 more points for Jaguar. Is this the first of many victories for Formula One's new superstar? The Tifosi sportingly applaud Montoya, who becomes Colombia's first Grand Prix winner. Montoya takes an overdue first win. However, Barrichello was unlucky not to take his second.
So happy, you know, and first of all, I think I want to thank everybody at Williams, BMW, Michelin. They've done a fantastic job for me and just so pleased with the result.